Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z, a series of short playthroughs of Atari 8-bit games, some which I grew up with and some which are new to me. Today's game is Montezuma's Revenge, which was a 1984 release developed by Robert Yeager of Utopia Software and published by Parker Brothers. It's regarded as an early example of open structure 2D platformer gameplay, featuring the ability to go back and forth between different rooms, collect items, and make use of them to clear a path from one place to another. Robert Yeager was just 16 years old when he wrote Montezuma's Revenge at the suggestion of his friend Mark Sunshine, who's credited on some versions of the game's title screen. Yeager exhibited the game at a consumer electronics convention where it caught the attention of Parker Brothers. There's two versions of Montezuma's Revenge for Atari 8-bit out there. The original version that Yeager developed for Atari 800 required 48K of memory. However, in order to reach a wider audience, Parker Brothers wanted to release a version on cartridge that would run on 16K machines, and as such there's also a heavily trimmed version that, among other things, lacks an unfinished boss fight sequence against the giant King Montezuma. After all that though, Parker Brothers ended up releasing the game on a dual format floppy disk for Commodore 64 and Atari 8-bit in order to save costs. They did however also port it to the ColecoVision, Atari 2600 and Atari 5200 cartridge based games consoles, as well as Apple II and IBM PC. So let's go take a look. Let's go play Montezuma's Revenge. Okay, here we are with Montezuma's Revenge for Atari 8-bit. The version we're going to be playing today is the older preliminary version that ran in 48K, because this is actually the version I grew up with. As I say, the version that was released to the public was designed to be played on 16K machines, so it cut out a lot of stuff like this music, this credit sequence at the beginning, and a fair amount of other content, including the unfinished boss fight. So here we are, your main character in this is called Pedro, not Montezuma as I used to assume. And yeah, it's a game about exploring, finding stuff, finding keys, trying not to die basically, and it's quite tricky. I've never been able to get very far in this game, but we'll see how far we get in this today. We'll have a few goes at it if I find myself dying pretty quickly. High score is 5,000 points from Utopia, so let's just hit start. And off we go. So as Pedro, you can run from side to side and jump and climb up and down ladders. This is an old school platform game, so you can't fall too far. So if you do fall too far, Pedro will find himself with his sombrero embedded firmly in the ground and you will lose a life. So don't do that. Alright, so while you've got that, I think that's supposed to be a torch or something. The enemies are temporarily, what's the word? Incorporeal, I guess you'd say. So, you see there's an interesting decision to make here. I could drop down that pit and try and get that sword, which would allow me to defeat an enemy. But in doing so, I will either land in the fire down below, or I would just die from the fall anyway. So let's not go that way. Let's continue in this direction. Watch out for the six-legged spider. And head on downwards. So this game is split into several different levels, each of which is a pyramid that has, I believe it's 9 levels altogether. And your aim is to gather as much treasure as you possibly can on each level, work your way down to the bottom, and like the main treasure of each pyramid is in the center room of the bottom level of the pyramid, I believe. Alright, we've got a sword here, so I should be able to take out this skull just by sliding down this thing. There we go. And that consumes the sword, but it does defeat the enemy. And we've already beaten the high score. I'm just going to shut the curtains because we've got a bit of a nuclear blast lighting going on outside. Oops. Weather's been so variable the past few weeks. It makes lighting in this room quite difficult because this is just our living room that I'm recording in, so... yeah, I have to deal with either natural light or the overhead lights or some combination thereof. Whoops. There we are. So that is too far to fall. So don't fall that far. Yeah, I have previously used a ring light while recording. But I found it played real havoc with my eyes. Like, even if I wasn't looking straight at the ring light, I'd be seeing after images of it for ages. So I decided, at my age, it was probably healthiest to not do that. So here we are. Can we reach there? Yes. So if... Oh no! Been carried away by the bat. And that causes you to lose a life. I got a key though. Got 2 keys in fact. Now can we get back up that way? It's part of the trouble. Whoops. Part of the trouble because I could never get very far in this as a kid. I don't know it very well. I don't know the map very well. Because I never really got my head around some of the mechanics, and like the falling too far thing I always found a bit frustrating, and I found myself getting very panicked by the sort of timed obstacles. Like those chains appearing and disappearing. I would get really sort of panicked and freaked out by those. But it's nothing to worry about, as you can see. And up we go. Pair of snakes. Nothing to fret about. And here we are on the other side of this room that we saw earlier. Right, so presumably the blue key opens that blue door in the middle. And that's worth doing because there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. And I've died. And that is game over. So, that is a single playthrough of Montezuma's Revenge for Atari 8-bit. I will have a sip of coffee and then we'll try again. Coffee. Coffee good. There we go. This is one of those games that I always felt had that very sort of iconic pokey sound about it. Just the sound effects that are used in this game are just... It's one of those games that I'd hear and I go, oh yeah, Montezuma's Revenge. That's cool. But just that sort of harmonizing and the musical voices there, that is to me very iconic of the Atari 8-bit. Alright, straight through there. Down we go. Let's try that same route again. Because I think we were onto something there. Get rid of him. Down here, over him. Run, 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 run. Oh, I missed the bloody key. Yeah, I remember playing this as a kid and actually being impressed by it just because of the smooth movement and the good animation on the sprites, and like, you can tell what everything is. And it's got a certain distinctive atmosphere to it that I really like as well. Hup! There we go. And down. Grab these treasures. Watch out for this bad boy, because I could probably do with saving that sword for something else. Over the flames. Up these things. And back over here again. Avoid the spider. You'll notice in the top left you've got limited inventory space as well. So you can only carry a certain number of keys and swords and torches and that sort of thing. And in fact, as it happens, we just have the correct amount to get through all of these. And then gain another couple of keys in the process. Which is nice. Right, I think we might be done in this direction. So let's head back over here. I don't know what the sort of alarm sound in the background is supposed to be, but I always find it oddly atmospheric. Oh no! I do that pretty much every time I play this game. I get overconfident. I think, yes, I'll run past the snake and I'll do another jump to grab the thing, and obviously nothing terrible will happen. Yay, extra life. This is back in the days when 10,000 points would get you an extra life. Oh, like 2 million. And more often than not, it was every 10,000 points as well. Because remember, although these games were often arcade-inspired, they weren't arcade games. They were designed for the home. Oh, you can't grab the treasures while you got the torch. So you need free inventory space to grab the point items. That's interesting. Alright, where are we going? I could go down, or I could go across. I'm going to go across. Hup. This is, no joke, this is the furthest I've ever got in this game. I say that a lot in this series, but it's true. This looks oddly familiar. This looks very familiar. And it's got a rolly skull in there now as well. And a dead end. Good. So glad we had this little chat. Alright, so we can't go that way because we can't reach that jump. So I guess we... Whoops. What was that? Nope. Well, that extra life was sure worth it, wasn't it? Okay, so I guess we can't go back. Because it just makes you fall back down again, which is nice. So what can we do? Can we make... Not like that, we can't. I'm going to say, can we make it to that rope over on the right? Not if I fail to jump at all in the first place. Right, and loop! You can. Look at that. Mad skills. And a full inventory. I guess I could kill that spider. I'll kill that spider. There we go. Extra man! Yes, this is also the era when the word lives and men... No, go away. Go away. Why can't I reach that? Oh, have I got to go all the way back up again? I have, haven't I? Because he can't reach that, even though he's clearly touching it. Well. So be it. Nope. Well, that's an easy way of getting back up the top anyway, I guess. And now we don't have to worry about Rolly Skullman. And leap! Grab. So many keys and nothing to do with them. Ooh, many swords. Not much inventory space though. Let's leave those for the minute. And hop. And hop. And what do you reckon? Left. Suspiciously quiet. Even more suspiciously quiet. Ah, right. Okay, so that's the bottom level of the pyramid. And it's dark, so you need a light source. Why is there a skull up in the top right of the screen? Oh, he's just staying there now. From screen to screen. That's fine. It's probably fine. Nothing to worry about. Alright, let's have a look over here. Have I broken the game so that no further enemies appear because that skull's up in the top right? I think I might have done. Oh well. Makes exploring a little bit easier. No, and it's dark there as well, so... We need a torch, or a lamp, or a candle, or something. I don't know if it's a torch, because... The other torches we found just seem like temporary power-ups in this. This looks familiar. How dare you reuse assets? It's like people have been doing this all along in the games industry. Who'd have thought it? Okay, we can't go that way. Fair enough. Then I guess we go this way. But it's dark. So, what do we do? I die. That's what I do. Okay. Let's have one more go at that. Like I say, that is absolutely the furthest I've ever got in that game. I feel like we were getting reasonably close to finishing the level. But like I say, without a light source... Nothing you can do, really, so... Well, nice high score. Off we go again. I'm just wondering if there's any real need to go left, first of all, but I suppose that does give us a nice stock of keys and things that will... Now, can I leave that there? And come back for it? Let's see. So the trouble is it only lasts for a few seconds, so I'm not sure if it's even possible to make it to the bottom level where you've got that in your possession. No matter. We shall investigate. Because that is what Pedro does. Pedro investigates and sings La Cucaracha at every opportunity. Up we go. And down we go. And leap. Grab, grab, grab. Leap. Leap, grab. Fall. Treasure. Avoid the skull. Avoid the flaming death. Leap. No, that way or back up? Back up, I think, isn't it? Yes. Or is it? I've forgotten. Yes, it must be. No! Because there's another way we haven't been yet. In that direction. So let's go in that direction now. Avoid the spider. Open all these doors for many points. Grab these keys. Got a nice silver key to open the other door in the starting room. Oop. Now we can go back. Okay, I'll take it. I'll just take it. See, it just disappears after a little while, so... There's literally not enough time... It's gone dark again, isn't it? Have some light. There's literally not enough time to get down to the bottom level with that torch, so I don't know if there's a way you can pick it up and not activate it. I don't know. I have a blue key, so I can't go that way. So we have to go... No! Oh, I killed him. That's alright. Ah, there's another torch. Interesting. I wonder. Let's give it a try. I'm just intrigued to see if this is the kind of game you can fuck up as easily as just accidentally picking up an object and then not having the resources you need to finish the level. But let's find out. I climb down here. See, by the time we're down onto that next screen, the enemies are already back. So that doesn't seem like the way to do things. Well, this doesn't look like a very nice place. I don't really need a red key either, so let's not go that way. Because I've already got 2 red keys. Snake, snake. Oh, it's a snake. Go on, get off. Get off the ladder. Get off the ladder. No, you're just not going to. Okay, we continue downwards then. Right. Now there was nothing over to the left, was there? It was just a dead end, so we have to leap to that rope over there. Leap! Grab. Watch out for the spider, because we don't have a sword this time. Oops! It's alright. Plenty of lives. Plenty of lives. First mistake on this run. And even if the spider kills us, we have plenty more lives, and dying to the spider will destroy the spider, so everybody wins. Hup. Extra man! Oh, this is bad timing! Never mind, now I don't need to climb up. In that case, we go this way! And then this is where the bunch of swords were, isn't it? Yeah. So loads of swords there. Nothing much to see here. And then every direction led to the dark place here, didn't it? So that's the edge there. Sorry if you can hear the rain. I got the window open just to let a bit of air in. I've broken the game again. Except the skull's in a different place this time. Answers that. Is that gonna... No. It's on the border of the screen, so I can't actually climb up onto that. That's fine. I was concerned that I was going to climb up and bang my head on the skull, and thus never be able to climb a ladder ever again off the top of the screen. But, well, no, that was not the case. Alright, what about this way? Oh no, hang on. The bottom level of the pyramid is 5 squares wide, as I believe it is. I think this is the central one. But I still can't see anything. I don't remember if we came this way last time. I'm sure we did. Ah, well. There's nothing this way anyway. Alright, well, let's see if we can figure out a route through the pitch black room here. Down we go. There's a ladder. There's another ladder. Oh, this room's also dark. That's good. At least the skull allows us to see where the... Oh. Hello. Oh, that's unfair. Oh, that's tricky. Last chance. So how long does that stay on screen? 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. About 3 seconds. Or about 3 counts of whatever that is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just too early. Well then. Okay, I think we'll leave that there, because you hopefully get the idea of what that's all about now. But yeah, that is Montezuma's Revenge. This is a fairly widely beloved game for Atari 8-bit, for reasons that will probably, hopefully, fairly apparent from what we've been doing today. I always liked this game as a kid, even though I was never very good at it, as I've mentioned. And I think now that I understand a bit more of what's going on, excuse me, kicking the camera, now that I understand a bit better what is going on with the various items and the level layouts and that sort of thing, yeah, I'm much more inclined to spend some time playing that and enjoying it. It's just, I need to figure out what to do with those dark floors, or what you're actually supposed to do, because it can't be fumbling around through them in the dark. I guess it could be. I don't really know. Anyway, feel free to check it out for yourself if you want to find out more. And like I say, don't forget to check out both versions of this, because to me this version is the superior one, even though it's a preliminary one and unfinished. But yeah, I just like it more for all the additional features it offers. Actually, before we go, let's just see if the demo shows us anything useful. I don't think it does, because I think he just dies in a moment. No, it just takes us straight back to the high score table. Okay, anyway, that is Montezuma's Revenge for Atari 8-bit. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.